Hey guys, it's Carla from the Paper Trail. Thank you for being here. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful wall hanging with basically just scraps of paper and cardboard that you've probably already got laying around the house. So I'm starting with the cardboard. This is corrugated cardboard, and I want to glue two pieces together because I want it to be thicker and stronger, and so that it doesn't warp when you've got it hanging on the wall. So I'm gluing those two together, and I've got that other piece that is just like the back of a cereal box that I'll be gluing on the back. But right now we're working on the front. So this is, I'm just using glue and a sheer curtain that I had. And I want to leave some wrinkles in it because I like the look of that. If you don't want the wrinkles in it, just kind of flatten it out. But, and then I'm going to cut around the edges and leave probably a couple inches so that I can glue it around the back. This is a really fun little project, and like I said, you've probably already got all of the materials laying around your home, so this might be something fun to work on. All right, so now I'm going to flip it over and glue it to the back. And I'm just using tacky glue. And now I'm using a ribbon to hang it by. So I want to put that on before I put my backing on. So temporarily I'm just going to kind of hold it with some hot glue. And now with tacky glue again, I'm going to cover the whole back and put that piece of cereal box on it. So that just kind of cleans up the back and holds everything together better. And now I'm going to put ribbon all the way around the edge of this, just to kind of dress it up a little bit. And you could use whatever ribbon you have handy. So I'll glue this all the way around. I'm just cutting off the excess. All right, now I'm taking a paper coffee cup and cutting a slit down each side. And then I want to cut the top part off because I don't want my cups to be that tall. Now I just want to cut the whole thing in half. So all you need is 1 coffee cup for this, because 1 coffee cup will make the 2 halves that we need. So now I just want to lay it down and see if I want it to be more narrow on the bottom. So I'm cutting a little wedge out of it, I guess, on each side. And that makes it smaller at the bottom and bigger at the top. And then I got to cut that excess off the bottom there. All right, so that's the shape I want. So I'm going to do that to the other one. All right, so now with the paper that I've chosen to cover it with, I'm just going to cut it in half. This is just a 8.5 by 11 paper. It's stationery is what this is, but so I cut it in half, and then I cut one of the halves in half. And since my cups are kind of dark and my paper is not real thick, I'm going to cover it with acrylic paint. Just cover it with white paint so that blue doesn't show through. And because this is acrylic paint, it's got a lot of polymer in it, so it kind of works as glue. So then you don't have to put any glue on the front of it to get this paper to stick. And now I'm going to start pulling those edges around and gluing them to the inside of the cup. And I'm just cutting slits in it so that it's easier to work with. And now with tacky glue, I'm going to glue all around the edge inside the cup and then pull those flaps down and glue them down. And they're going to act like they're not sticking at first, but they do. That tacky glue, once it gets tacky, it starts sticking better. So then on the bottom, there's a couple of little flaps that need to be glued down. And your cup might be made differently, so I'm sure you can figure out how to get it all covered, because it doesn't matter what the inside looks like. So now I'm just cutting off that excess paper on the bottom. And so I've done both cups that way. And now I want to start working on the handle. So I'm using a skewer stick to roll up that other half of the stationery paper. And I'm going to glue the edge because I'll be cutting this in half, so it all needs to be glued down. So So just all along that edge there. Okay, so now I want to flatten this out because right now it's just in the shape of a straw. So I want to get it flat for what I'm doing and cut it in half. So these are my two handles. So I need to form them in that shape. So what I'm going to do is use a pencil and kind of curl it up to the shape that I want. And I want it to curl as a handle at the top, but then at the bottom I want it to kind of curl out like most little teacups do. So I've got the shape I want, and I'm just going to hot glue it to the cup, wherever I want it on the cup. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other cup. So now I've got some more of that ribbon that I put around the frame. And just to kind of bring this together, I'm going to put a little piece of ribbon on each cup at the top. And I meant to tell you, when you put your handle on, if you're going to put ribbon on the top, then you got to make sure you leave room for it. So don't put your handle all the way up at the top of the cup. All right, so I've got both cups ready, and now I want to place them on my board. So I'm just going to use hot glue and glue right along the edge, both sides. And the same thing with the top one, and I want it tilted a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of stick it down into the other cup. And now I want some greenery and flowers. So this is just greenery that I've cut from a thrifted arrangement that I found. And decide where you want it first before you start gluing it in, so that you don't put it where you don't want it. Alright guys, there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I think if you give it a try, you'll really have fun with it. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. God bless you guys.